Year, of course, can be stressful for parents and students, especially for those seniors preparing for college right now. Kelly Kitley, owner of Serendipitous Psychotherapy, joining us now to talk about some ways to handle the stress of that application process. And I've started to look at the Common App. I must admit, I'm a little jealous. I wish I had this, let's say, a few years ago. I mean, you can apply to multiple schools at the same time. It really just streamlines the process, but it's still stressful. So what are you finding that parents are feeling to be the source of the most stress right now?
Sure. Good morning, Michelle. So a lifetime ago, I was a guidance counselor, and now my son is applying to college. And so I have felt it firsthand as well as through students of mine from past years ago. And something that I have noticed is key is this preparedness for laying out what the timeline looks like. So you and I both have rising seniors, and that fear of, got to get that Common App in. It is a wonderful tool, but I know their phones were alerted August 1st for a November, December deadline. And so what's really important as I talk to students is to be able to sit down one day a week, that you can carve out half hour to go through your list. Anxiety and stress is good because it can be motivating, but we don't want it to be debilitating.
And what are some tools to help students deal with rejection and disappointment if they don't get into that dream school?
So it is important as parents, first and foremost, that we validate their feelings, because a lot of times I think we'll say, oh, it's okay, there's another school. But for them, this is their world. And so being able to look at other options. For a lot of kids, four-year colleges might not be a good match. Maybe they start out and do community college or trade school. There are lots of options, and so there is a fit for everybody. Maybe they take a gap year. There are a lot of opportunities for kids to launch into that next transition of life.
Do you think it's better for the students to talk about these things with their friends and maybe to just kind of bounce ideas off of them? And I'm sure it can possibly help to understand that they're not alone and everybody's kind of feeling some of the same things.
Absolutely. I think they can support one another through the process, but I caution kids because sometimes it can feel competitive. So if kids are getting letters and finding out that they get into a school before friends, they may start to feel that increased anxiety. So sometimes it's important to put blinders on and focus on what your goal is and your individualized plan.
All right, Kelly Kitley, thank you so much for being with us. Really helpful stuff.